What's up, guys? I want to talk to you today about a concept that is very dear to my heart, and it's something that I've observed in almost every wealthy person I've ever met, and that is the concept of waste. One of the things that I've noticed in almost every person that I admire that has done well financially, and honestly, even in other aspects of life, is that they absolutely despise and hate wasting things. Now, there's levels to waste, and I'll talk a little bit about what that means. So I think one of the biggest things right now, a lot of people are like, when I think of waste, when I talk about waste, the first thing that comes to your mind is wasting resources and money. And I think that's the lowest level of waste because, money is something that can be regenerated. And it is something that if you have, succeeded in life, you should have enough of it. And if you do make mistakes on it, it's not the end of the world. But I do believe that especially if you're coming up and you're young and your net worth is under 100,000, then wasting money is pretty sinful. And what I mean by that is this: people are just genuinely not paying attention. What they'll do is they'll go and buy something that they'll pay a premium of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. It's like buying milk at 7-Eleven because they want it to be convenient. That's what you pay for, by the way. That's why 7-Eleven is called a convenience store, because you pay a premium for the fact that you don't have to walk through the entire supermarket and park on the other end. And you have to think about that. When you go to a Meijer or a Walmart, you have to walk through the parking lot, through the store to grab your milk, but you do get a discount. If you go to Costco or Sam's Club, you have to pay a membership. It's more inconvenient, and you have to buy it in bulk, so it's more inconvenient, but then you get it even at a bigger discount. But if you want to buy it at a convenience store or a gas station, you're going to pay a 50% or plus premium on that. And that's okay if your time is so valuable. However, if you're making less than 100K, or you have less than 100K in net worth, meaning your total cash value and all the assets that you own is under 100,000, it is pretty sinful for you to pay a premium on things. Because why? Because your time is not that valuable, unfortunately, according to the marketplace, at least, because you get paid 20, 30, or 40 bucks an hour. If you get paid $500, $800, $1,000 an hour, then yes, maybe we can justify that. But again, wasting things, not looking around, not looking for a deal, not negotiating, not looking for a discount, not waiting. That's another thing. People just don't have the freaking patience to wait for the thing that they want to arrive. Okay, it takes a little longer to get shipped. You're gonna be fine. Like, you're not gonna die because you don't have your thing. And not only that, the other aspect, and I don't think this is a big aspect, I think the attention is really the issue, but people are generally sometimes a little bit lazy as well. They'd rather watch Netflix for 2 hours than do some research on a product that they could get for cheaper or a better quality or value. Guys, look, if you spend more time researching what you buy, chances are you're going to buy a better value. Value is what you get, price is what you pay. And if you do put the effort in, you're going to find out very quickly that you're going to be able to find a lot more value for less price. The next waste is time. And this is where things get a little bit interesting, because, time is valuable for everybody, but it's not proportional. As I said, some people's time is genuinely more valuable to the marketplace. Now, I'm not saying your time is not valuable, because everybody's family to God, you might be the same, right? Everybody's the same in that regard. However, to the marketplace, like I said, one man makes 20 bucks an hour, another makes $2,000 an hour. That is an objective reality, that the person who makes $2,000 an hour, his time is in fact more valuable. Therefore, you have to pay attention. And I'm even speaking to the fact that if you do make $20 an hour, you should treat your time as if it's a resource. Because in the beginning, all you have, look guys, to grow, let me just say this. In the beginning, all you have is time, because you don't have money. And the only two things you need to grow are time and money. Right? When you put those two things together, you basically is what the formula for growth. And in the beginning, all you have is you're trading time for money. And later, when you get money, you can still trade time for money, but you have to get less and less time for money, and you get more money for that, because you can invest money, which produces more money. Okay? So you got to understand, in the beginning, all you have is time. All you have is time. And if you don't learn to ration that time properly and pay attention to what you did today. If I give you $100,000 and said spend it today, at the end of the day, if you spent it all, you would want to actually at least look back and see, what did I do with 100 grand? All right, I bought a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Nobody that I know takes inventory of their time at the end of the day. I spent 12 hours a week today. I spent 16 hours a week today, 18 hours a week today. What did I do? Well, I watched Netflix for 2 hours, and I screwed around on social media for 4, and I went to the grocery store and screwed around and did 2 hours of absolutely nothing, and blah blah blah. Right? If you actually looked at your time and just all you started doing was just auditing your day, you're gonna find out very quickly how much waste there is. And any normal, rational, good-meaning human being will not let that continue. And yes, I do believe you are that person. So that's a huge deal, guys. You have to pay attention to time. Time, and again, this is very important. Especially if you're trying to grow, you have to pay attention to where you spend your time. And not only that, if you're in a leadership position, you have to pay attention to the people that you lead and how they spend their time. The last, and I think this is the highest level of waste, and this is very few people understand that in today's society. And every person who I know that makes over $5 million a year is worth over $50 to $100 million a year. This is the one thing that they absolutely hate wasting. Ready for this? It's even more valuable than time. It's attention. It's your attention, what you pay attention to, what you let distract you. And this is the beautiful thing, because this is the thing that almost the entire population gives away for free. People are like, Facebook is free. Facebook isn't free. You're the product. The Xbox is only $400, but you spend 3,000 hours playing it. That's the cost. The cost is your attention. Every valuable person I know, they guard their attention. They put huge guardrails or fences or whatever the hell you call it, an iron gate around it. Nothing gets in that distracts them. And if you can master attention, you will master time and you will master money. Attention is the most valuable thing that you own. It isn't time, and it isn't your bank account. It is what you let inside these 2 years, in between these 2 years and between these two shoulders. I've always said it. Pay attention to what you pay attention to. Catch yourself. And this requires a lot of training. This requires meditation. This requires you to pray. This requires you to restructure your lifestyle so you don't allow any negativity and anything that might take you away from your mission. This requires you to journal. This is why it's a higher level. A lot of people don't understand it. But I'll tell you this, if you can focus on just the money because it's easiest to count, then you can focus on time. It's a little bit more difficult to count. You have to actually pay attention. And the third, once you do those things, the attention part will become easier, I swear to you. And at the end of the day, the person who can pay the most attention to what they pay attention to will therefore be the most focused and the most unstoppable out of the 3 levels of wasting. If you waste any of these 3 things, or all of them, you have almost zero chance of becoming successful. So this is both a instruction as well as a warning. If you don't understand that wasting is going to put you years behind, and you're going to take 2 steps forward by working very hard and 3 steps backwards because you waste so much, you're never going to get success. And I promise you, there's nothing wrong with reality. It's what you pay attention to, what you allow to waste. I hope this helps, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to be talking soon on more great ideas that I've learned from people.